we all agree that philosophy doesn't exactly connote darshana in the sense we understand it in our tradition. Philosophy is formed by joining two words in Greek or Latin, philos and logos, that is love for knowledge. And darshana is seeing the truth. So I would like to speak on the concept of Loka and value in Bharatiya Darshana. The word value also has to be discussed because the concept of value comes from the West. So the nearest term which approximates the concept of value in our tradition, in our darshanas, is Purushartha. And what is Loka? Loka normally means the world, but it may mean the universe, the cosmos, the orbit also, because we have a pervasive concept of Loka. Amar Kosh says, Trishvato Jagati Loko Vishtapam Bhuvanam Jagat. This is a very wide sense that the whole Bhuvana is also Loka. And then in a narrow sense, Lokoyam Bharatam Varsham. This Bharat Varsha, the country that is India, that is also Loka. And Lokastu Bhuvane Jane, in another sense, the people of this world, the people in any state, they are also called Loka. So Loka has various connotations and various meanings in our tradition. And when we say Lok Drashti, we have to keep all these connotations or all these concepts of Loka, because we don't deal with one Loka. When we say Loka, we don't mean a single Loka. There are 7 Lokas over and above this earth and 7 Lokas beneath this earth. Bhurvasva Mahaschaiva Janascha Tapayevacha Satya Lokascha Saptaite Lokastu Parikirtita. So these are the 7 Lokas as per the Agni Purana. And each Loka has its own concept and its own sarupa as we understand it. Bhur Loka, Parthivo Loka. This empirical lok, this empirical world, this earthly world is Bhulok. But then Antariksham Bhuvasmrata. Antariksha lok is Bhuvalok, and there are lokas beyond it. So Sheshat Urdhvam Yathakramam, as the Kosha says, and they have their own concepts, they have spiritual value, they have not only the empirical value. So all these concepts of Loka have to be considered. So we have to say that the concept of Loka is not a linear concept in our tradition. It is multi-dimensional and multi-layered concept involving multiplicity of times and spaces. And this makes it a very viable and versatile topic to speak on or to discuss and to have a vimarsh on the concept of Loka Drashti in our tradition, because various facets and various levels of Dikkal are involved when we say Loka. And what is this Loka Drashti in our darshanas or in our philosophical systems? Nothing is isolated in Loka. Man is the part of the Loka also. The human beings are also a part of Loka. Our society is also a part of Loka. The whole nation is a part of Loka. And the whole world is a part of Loka. So this holistic purview or the holistic concept of Loka has to be kept in our discussions, in our view. And there is a term in English that is public. When we say people, Loka may mean people to an extent in a narrow sense, but when we say public, the public means something of a congregation or a samuh or an assembly of the people which are viewed as alienated. This is public, and there are rulers. So when we say public service or Lok Sevā, when we use the word Lok Sevā or Lok Drashti in the sense of public service or the view of public, then they may not connote exactly the sense in which we are using the word Loka Drashti. So the language may miscarry us, and we have to be very cautious in using these terms Loka Drashti and the word in English public also. So there is an implication of isolation in public. But when we say Loka and Loka Drashti, we keep the holistic purview and nothing is isolated. And now the concept of Loka is very much connected to Shastra. And there is one philosophy about which I would have talked. Please stop me when the time is over. And there is one philosophy, that is Vyakarana Darshana, where it is believed that nothing happens without Loka in Vyakarana or in language. And Loke Vedecha, they always say, Yatha Loke Tatha Vede, Na Yatha Loke Tatha Vyakarane. Patanjali says in his Mahabhashya. So Loka always goes together with Shastra or with a philosophical system or with a knowledge system. So nothing happens in our Vichar Jagat, in our world of considerations, in our world of philosophy, without taking into consideration the Loka, because everything is based on Loka. And as coming to the concept of Mulya, if we take this word Mulya or value in the sense of Purushartha, which is the nearest term to the concept of value as I understand, there are 4 Purusharthas: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, as we all know, and they all lead to the emancipation of humanity. So Loka Drashti has to be aligned with the concept of value and Purushartha. Then the 4 Purusharthas have to be discussed, and Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. And because sometimes the English translations mislead us. Dharma cannot be translated as religion. Artha cannot be translated as, should not be translated as economy. And Kama cannot be translated as sex, something like sexology or sex. And Moksha is emancipation or final gain in human life. So these are the 4 Purusharthas. And they are also very vital concepts. You see, the core values of life, they are all come within the periphery, within the concept of Dharma. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, all these, the core values of human life, Dharma incorporates them. And they have been developing. So it's a dynamic concept, the concept of Dharma, Dharmo Dharayate Prajaha. In the same way, the concept of Artha is also a very dynamic and viable concept. It incorporates the whole Artha also, Artha Prithvi, as Arthashastra, Kautilya's Arthashastra says. In the same way, the concept of Kama is also a very pervasive concept, and Kama is also a pervasive term. It basically means the Sankalpa, Sankalpa to create. So the whole creativity of human life is incorporated in the concept of Kama. So, and the concept of moksha is very unique in our philosophy, in our darshana, we should say. So these concepts make our whole system of philosophy or darshana unique, and we have contributed by the concept of Loka and the concept of Purushartha to the world philosophy. And the other philosophers in our modern times have contributed to enrich the philosophical systems or the thought processes. I would like to cite the example of Gandhi here. When Manu says that these are the 10 characteristics of Dharma, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Dharti, Kshama, Damosteyam, Shochimindriya, Nigraha, Dhir, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodho, Dashakam, Dharma, Lakshanam. These are the 10 tenets of Dharma, Manu says. Gandhi considers these tenets or these values of human life, but he redefines them, and he said there are 11 Sevā dharmas. So he brings the concept of Sevā in Dharma. So this is a very positive addition. This is a very positive thinking of Gandhi, and he enlarges the concept of dharma. And he says these stanzas composed by Gandhi in his own Sanskrit were sung in our morning prarthana in our families long back, 70 years back. Ahimsa satya steya brahmacharya parigraha sharira shrama aswada सर्वत्र भय वर्जनम सर्व धर्म समानत्वम स्वदेशी स्पर्श भावना एकादश भी सेवा भी नम्रत्वम व्रत निश्चय. These are the Ekadash or 11 sevas, and the human being should follow them. And this is my concept of dharma. Dharma should become a seva dharma. So Gandhi says that the concept of seva, which is not exactly service, because service also involves a kind of isolation. There is a person to be served, and there is a person who serves. So sevak difference is there. But when Gandhi says that it is seva dharma, he becomes identical with the whole seva dharma, and there is no difference between sevya and sevaka. He is immersed with the spirit of tanmayi bhavan in seva dharma. So this is Gandhian idea of religion and seva dharma. And with this, I would like to conclude and thank again all of you for giving me this opportunity. I'm really not feeling well today, and it would have been a great advantage for me to remain in the whole session, to remain present in the whole session. But thank you for the listening, for this patient listening, and forgive me for not being able to present throughout the session. Thank you again.